Welcome to Beyond the Box Score.
Real hoops, real growth, real truth. This episode is about something every serious player has to face eventually: film. Stats can make you look good. Film shows the whole story: effort, body language, defensive mistakes, decision making. The camera sees it all.
We're breaking down what film exposes about character, mentality, effort, and how how recruiters actually watch games. If you're not watching your own film, honestly, you're guessing about your development.
Film reveals who you are between plays. Like, film exposes effort, body language, IQ, decision making, defensive rotation, communications, like player tendencies. Like, if you truly want to get better as a player, you're going to watch yourself on film. You're going to see how you're making decisions. You're going to see how you're rotating on the defensive side. You're going to see those things. Like, so if you want to get better, you're going to watch yourself on film. That
Yeah.
that's just easy. But kids don't like to watch themselves anymore. They like to just watch the highlight. Or, oh, I remember when I crossed this girl up, or when I crossed this dude up, or when I dunked on this dude. Run that back. And then they'll post that. But they don't post a good post entry pass.
Right. I don't think that because film studies hasn't been taught to kids and people don't do it anymore, they don't know what to look for. Right? I think looking beyond the highlights, looking at things that coaches are actually looking at as far as, are you in a defensive stance? Are you helping the helper? Are you sprinting in transition on offense and defense? You know what I'm saying? Just like those little things, I think those are really big things that you should be looking at. And that lets you know, a lot of kids be like, why coach pull me out? I just hit a three. Yeah, they probably pulled you out for the not running back on defense two possessions ago. You know what I'm saying? And coaches now are doing a really good job of not as soon as you make a mistake, they not pulling you out instantly. They kind of let the flow happen and then they pull you. You don't know the reason why you're getting pulled, but that's the reason why. So look at why a coach is pulling you out. Stop and see, was you sprinting? Was you communicating? Was you helping? Did you give up a defense on an offensive rebound? Was you boxing out? Look at those little things, and those things that keep you in the game. So, and film doesn't lie with that.
Like, it really doesn't. So the first key point that you need to understand about film, it exposes your effort. It exposes your effort. Like Coach just said, you probably got pulled out because you're jogging back on defense. And that really shows up immediately on film. Like, you can't hide the fact that somebody's jogging back and you're getting out sprint. Like, because what do you have to say in that moment when you see it and the coach see it and the team see it? There's nothing that you can say. You might not remember it in that moment because maybe you were too fatigued or whatnot. The film remembers, and it's gonna show. It's gonna show
It's going
every transition, every
Film
location.
don't lie, man. Film don't
Yeah,
lie.
every late closeout. It's also going to show second chance efforts. Like, that's extremely obvious because I know you've been watching the NCAA not Final Four, but the Elite Eight of March
hmm
Madness. Have you been seeing teams and players be in the game and win because of second chance efforts?
Oh yeah. Most definitely. Like those 50-50s. Like actually I was listening to Gino when I was there at the game. And he was saying like we're gonna pull out because of our second chance. Like every 50-50 needs to be ours, meaning like diving on the ground for a loose ball, or if you lose it, if somebody deflects the ball, okay, that's first effort. But now second effort is actually gonna go pursue it and get the possession. All right. And second chance effort is also offensive rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Like you shoot it, that's one. Now you got to have another effort to go get it again and put it back up. So yeah, second chance. I feel like those are things that a lot of people don't look at, and it helps you win games. And that's something that kids should be looking at in film.
Right, because you can't edit hustle.
Uh,
You can't edit hustle. And on top of that, I don't know if you've seen the Texas game. I can't remember who Texas boys played, but they won because the dude missed the box out and he tipped it back in. And they end up making it to the Elite 16 or the Elite 8. That was insane. Just second chance sports. Also, too, on the defensive side, if your teammates get beat, are you rotating? Like, that is something that's really important because the higher level you go, team defense is very important. So, are you rotating? Or if the ball is skipped, are you there on a closeout? How are you closing out? Like, then if you want to get deep into it, on the scouting report, we might have said close out on this player like this. So did you listen to the scouting report? Like film really allows you to get deep into the game, deep into your game, deep into a game plan. Like film really just helps you expand your game. And I believe that it's something that needs to be valued more is watching film because if you value your time on the floor, then you're going to watch yourself on the TV screen, on your film, if you value your time because you want to figure out what it is that I need to do to get better, you know?
And I think that's one of the biggest ways to improve as a player is one, you gotta be honest with yourself. And film is honest feedback. Like you don't have to have a coach saying, oh, because most kids nowadays, like, why is coach on me? Why is coach doing this? Well, you sit down and watch that film and you critique yourself. And then you ask the big question is ask yourself is, will I coach myself or will I pull myself out of the game because of this? Right. And you was talking about rotating. I'm on this really big at practice is my kids are rotating, but they're rotating late. You got to rotate early. You got to arrive early. You got to talk early, right? You can't just get there when they shooting a shot. It's already too late. If your job is to make sure they don't get a paint touch, you got to arrive before they get inside that paint. You got to see that that girl is getting beat and you got to pick up early, not when they are putting the ball up and be like, coach, where I was there, you were late. So you wasn't there. You didn't stop the play. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why a lot of kids get in foul trouble too, because they arrive late. So see if you're arriving early. See if you're anticipating the next play. See if you understand what a coach is actually looking for. And I think this is going to help you guys dive into, one, honest feedback from yourself, and then two, what a real coach is actually looking at.
Agreed. What a real coach is actually looking at. Like you'll be able to see that. Like something else that you talk a lot about all the time is effort without the ball. What are you doing without the ball on offense? Like you talk about
Right.
that all the time. And film shows that because a lot of times now I think people are stagnant in their offense. Some players they just stand there and watch the player with the ball and seeing what they're gonna do instead of going to set a down screen or set a maybe cutting back door or moving to the opposite side or just simple sliding up and sliding down. Like I was watching UCLA play and they were trying to get Lauren Best the ball. But the first half, they were just Duke was really just crashing down on her, doubling down on her. So the adjustment in the second half, they started cutting, they started moving. When they ducked it in, they dived into the basket. Or it was so crazy because at the top of the key, a girl passed it in, and she just really just did kick, just jump back and forth, just move side to side, just like this. And it was just like wow. And that was eight. They gave Betts enough time to be able to score. And I was like, wow, just the simple of just moving. Like, are you moving without the ball? Like that's next level.
Yeah, I was just talking to my kids at practice, man, understanding a double gap and a triple gap. And you can only create that by movement, by understanding certain things, like understanding how to move the defense. This is chess. And once you understand, okay, I got a fast guard, I got to create opportunity and space for them to get downhill instead of just standing in one spot. And with you doing that, like let's say we're driving, I know, fast guard at the top and she's driving to the left, if I'm standing on the wing and I need her to drive to that spot, don't stand there on the wing because your guy that's in deny or your girl that's in deny is going to pick that player up. But if you go set a down screen, that opens that area up where that player can get to the rack and go score. And then if you are just a basketball player, you know the ball always finds the shooter, right? So that
Always.
ball, if you're always in the right spot and you know what's going on, okay, she's driving. I move my girl out the way, but second line of defense is going to help, which will end up being my person because I just now moved to that spot. Now you sitting in the corner, you ready to catch and shoot. Just little simple things like that just makes the defense just move. And again, you got to watch film and you got to be a student of the game and not just a fan.
Right.
And kids are watching themselves. The crazy thing is they're watching themselves as like they're their biggest fan. I
Right.
get it, but also be your biggest critic. Right? Like you also have to Venus and Serena was talking about this and they was like, what made you guys like so special? And they was like, honestly, like I'm real with myself. Like you have to be honest with yourself, brutally honest with yourself. If you suck in an area, you need to say you suck and not find an excuse. If you are good at a spot, you need to say, hey, I'm good, but I'm not the best. Right. And so many kids their highs are so high and then they stay away from their lows. Like when they're talking about themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like you won't ever hear a kid like, "Hey, what are you struggling with?" They'll never tell you. They'll just be like, "Oh, I think I need to work on some shooting. I'm decent here." No, you suck here, and you suck at shooting. It's
Right.
simple. Now, once you say that, we can get to the next point. We need to get into the gym. We need to work on with our left hand. We need to work on shooting. Now you can elevate and you can grow, but too many people are delusional when they get into certain things.
Yeah, cause a lot of times it's hard to tell yourself the truth, but you can only grow if you truly know the truth. So if you know what you're not good at, then you know what you need to work on. You gotta
Right.
have a growth mindset at all times in everything that you do. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love basketball because it teaches you to have a growth mindset. You can never just be satisfied with what you did in one game or one possession. You should always want more. Just having a growth mindset. Like I think that's important to just being the best version of yourself.
Yep. And film shows that. You get to see it
Absolutely. The
firsthand.
second point that we gonna talk about that film shows is body language. You know we always talking about body language on Beyond the Box Score because that is beyond the box score. Your body language, your reaction. How do you react to missed shots? Like, do you drop your head? Do you jog back down the court slow? Or you not gonna talk no more? You're not gonna block out, or you just gonna be upset like film is gonna expose that. Like body language is important. Body language is important.
It is.
Also, too, it's gonna expose how you react to coaches. How you react to coaches. Like if your coach is trying to give you some instruction, or you eye rolling, or you listening to them, or you giving them eye contact, like it's gonna
Right.
show that. If your coach is saying something to you, or you just gonna be like, whatever, do the hand. Like, how are you reacting to coaching? And that's something that's important too. Coaches go back and look at that. Coaches see, when I was talking to this kid, okay, and this is also something that's important. If you're on the bench, your posture on the bench, film shows that, it exposes that. So if you come out the game and your head down, or if you're not starting the game and you don't have a lot of energy, or you're not in tune in the game, film is gonna expose that through your body language. That's why your body language is important.
Yeah. Very important. So we just talked really, really quick. It's just next play mentality. All right. You talked about coaches, like on the positive side, are you nodding your head when your coach is talking to you? "Hey, coach, I got you. I got you." Right? Those little things matter. Are you making eye contact with your coach? If you miss a shot, right? Are you sprinting back on defense? Like on the positive side of everything is also what a coach is looking for because you got that next play mentality. Like we know when you miss a shot, 90% of the kids are putting their head down. Well, be that 10. Be that 10% where you just go right into the next play, right? If a coach is chewing you out or hey coach, I got you. I had a player just the other day, my Mia, right, and she's my eighth grader. She's playing with my high school group, and we was talking about just coming off of screens. And I was talking. I went back and I always watch my practice film. I didn't even realize like she's over there like, I got you, coach. I got you, coach. And I had to send it to her mom. Like, hey, she's growing. She's ready,
Right.
right? And that gave me more confidence in her. And man, it just made me just more excited just to want to coach her because she wants to feed. She wants the feedback. She wants the knowledge. She wants to be a sponge. But if you got a kid that's like you were saying with the head down, coach is talking, or you fiddling with your fingers and you doing all this other stuff, but you're not engaged. So you didn't even get nothing that I was talking about. All right. So on the positive side, man, next play mentality, make eye contact with your coaches and next play, just move on. Move on quick. Move on quick.
Move on because your face tells a story. Your face is going to tell if you moved on or not. And I
Yep.
think it's really important to remember your character shows up between plays. Like, so you got to make sure that you are being the best version of you and you're displaying what you want others to see about who you are through your play. I think that's very, very important. All right. Also, going to the positive side, watching film also builds your confidence in you because you can see some of the things that you're good at. Maybe you didn't know that you are really good at coming off of the ball screen and slowing down and reading what do I need to do. If they're in a drop, I'm shooting a jump shot. If they come up and help, maybe I'm dumping it to the post. But if I'm coming off and the help man slides over on my guard, I'm making a kick. Maybe you didn't know that you're actually making good decisions coming off of ball screens. Maybe you didn't know that you were a good rebounder. Like, film also shows those things too. Like, so it's also important to see what you do well as you're watching film too.
Yeah, and that's what keeps you in the game. You know what I'm saying? So just go back to we talked about plus and minuses. Like try to stay away from your minuses as much as possible. But then your pluses, man, that's your superpower. If you're good at just getting deflections and rebounds, well, that's gonna keep you on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like those little things. If you're setting big body screens and you're freeing up space for everybody else to go get a bucket and you're creating offense for off of just a simple screen, right? Like do that and do that very well. And but you got to see that on the film. Like, hey, I set this screen and it wasn't me that scored, but such and such scored. Dang, what if I did that 10 more times in a game? What is that going to free up? You know what I'm saying? And then when you do that that many times, guess what? A new read is going to show up for you because now you do it and now they double teaming that player. Okay, now what do I do next? Oh, I can pick and pop. Or I can seal and I can roll or I can short roll, right? But you got to do things. It's all about stacking habits. The first thing is set the screen, person scores. Second time, set the screen, person scores. All right, timeout, adjustment. Now your next habit is okay, I set the screen, but now they double team. I ain't know what to do. Watch film. Shoot, I know what to do now. I can pick and pop. Now, boom, now you got the pick and pop. Now it's shoot, I don't know what to do on the third time. I did the pick and pop, I did the roll, all those are gone. What do I learn now? Watch film. Oh, I can short roll. Dang, you know what I'm saying? So it keeps building, but you first have to, like Coach was saying, is you got to find what you are good at. And then the more that you see that, the thing is basketball is always going to have an answer to something. Right. So
Yes.
they're going to have an answer to your first screen. Then you watch film. They're going to have an answer to your second option. Then you got to watch film. Then you got to find the answer. Now they got a third one. You got to find the answer to all of those answers. And then once you find it by watching film, you become unstoppable. Right. And most of the time, you only got to find three. If you got you a go-to, right, out of that screen, you got a counter out of that, and then possibly a third out of it. Right. And then after that, man, I don't know what to do. Now you just doing all just off of a basic screen. We're not talking about no skill work. We're just talking about a basic screen. But again, first you got to do it, and then after that, you got to watch film, and then you got to learn what to do after that.
Absolutely. You gotta watch film and you gotta learn what to do after. This is look, this is one of my pet peeves. Let me give you a quick little nugget. When you're watching film with your team and your coach addresses you, do not take that offensive. Do not think that your coach is attacking you. Cause film don't attack you. It just reveals what you're doing. It just reveals what you need to get better at, or it reveals what you're doing good at. Do not get upset because your coach is correcting you during film. You want that. That means your coach is engaged in your game and they're still talking to you. So do not feel like you're being attacked when your coaches are talking to you when you guys are watching film because that's what you want. How can you grow? How can you get better?
If you
Because once you understand the habits of watching film, what you need to do, then it's going to help you increase your playing time. It's going to help you increase your playing time.
if you feel like a coach is attacking you off of them coaching you, you don't want to be elite. That's what a coach is there for. They're coaching you. Right? And coaching is honesty. Like I tell my kids all the time, you want truth or you want harmony. Harmony just sounds good to your ears. Or do you want truth so you can grow? All right. So at the end of the day, I'm going to point things out so that you can grow. Right? If I don't, then I'll just let you stay the same person. You're going to stay stagnated. You're not going to elevate. So if you are a player out there and you feel like a coach is attacking you, because they are coaching you, you don't want to go to the next level. The greatest players want to be coached hard. They want to be coached in every moment, every situation. They are so obsessed with you may see the shot go in. They're asking, did I catch the ball right? Where are my fingertips at? How was my toes facing towards the rim? Did I square up the right way? Like it's so many little things that they're looking at that they want you to pick at because they want to be the best that they can possibly be. And most kids just see, oh, the shot went in, so it was good. It might have been the worst shot possible. My mama don't shoot the basketball, but she gonna make one of them eventually. You know what I'm
Eventually.
saying? And that's the one that these kids be putting on their highlights. And it ain't consistent. And then when a coach comes and finds and sees you, because they saw your highlights, now they want to see you. And now you like, oh, I had the worst game. No, you didn't. Just your highlights was all lies because it's not what you do consistently.
It's not what you do consistently. Because if you put that on the highlight tape, as a coach, I'm expecting you to be able to do that. So if you only can do that that one time, then yeah,
Yes,
something
it ain't you. That's
It
not
ain't
your
it's that's not who you are. So
And that, quick nugget. If you guys are posting things for college coaches to see you, post what you actually do consistently. Not I'm a 3-point shooter, but you posting 3-point shots. But for you to have the first 7 clips, it's in 5 different games. Of course, 5 different games. Yeah, you're gonna hit some threes. Like if you're gonna show you shooting threes, you need to be at least be able to make 3 to 4 threes a game. That's a shooter, right? At the high school level. That's big. If you behind that, then you're great. But I don't want to see 1 3 and then you go 2 to 3 games and you don't shoot another one. If you are a great rebounder, show that you can rebound the basketball aggressively, consistently. If you take charges, show that you are taking charges. I think that's probably one of the biggest eye openers because who shows on their highlights that they took a charge?
nobody.
None. Nobody. I have a girl, her name is Alexis Newman. She played with me probably about 5 years ago. And she got multiple offers because the first minute of her film was her taking charges. And coaches, the first thing that they said was, I didn't even get to see anything else. I just like the fact that she sacrificed her body for the team. And then being able to take a charge is high IQ because guess what? You have to arrive early. You can't arrive on time. You have to know what's going on before it happens and you got to get there. All right. So again, post things that you want to be recruited for, post things that are actually your identity and not just what everybody else sees. Oh, let me just post us shooting threes, but that's not really your ball game. All right. So that's a really big thing if you're trying to get recruited. Post what you are really good at, your identity.
Absolutely, because recruiters study film. They study film, period. Like they want to see what are you doing every possession, not just in one play. So what are you doing in every possession? So if you're defending, are you defending every trip or are you just defending because you just made a basket? How are you defending? Is your effort consistent? That matters. Like coaches watch those things and you can't really see those things on highlights. So sometimes coaches are going to go back and watch a full game film. Not even sometimes, all the time. They're gonna go
All
back
the
and
time.
watch a full game film. If they haven't seen you in person, they're gonna go back and watch a full game film. And your highlight needs to match up to the game film. It doesn't need to be something that's totally different. Also, too, like in your game film, coach is gonna see how you react. How are you reacting to mistakes? That's something that they're gonna pay attention to. So that's something that you need to watch in your game film. How are you reacting to what's going on? And then, like Coach just said, your reads, taking a charge is arriving early. So your IQ, how good is your IQ? Like coaches are going to watch the decisions that you're making. And so in your highlight tape, show the decisions that you're making in the games, but don't let it just be, I came down transition, I threw it behind the back pass. And you never do that again. Like show consistency in what you do. That's important because when you get recruited, they're going to expect you to do that when you get to their campus because they know you can do that. So they don't have to teach you that. So make sure that you're being honest on your film.
I know, yeah, this is film, but this is also some recruiting nuggets, man. I feel like the transfer portal is where it's at, and a lot of kids don't stay where they are is because they're lying on film, right? Like college coaches recruiting this kid because I saw them do this, all right? And it's really hard to get your eyes on kids multiple times. There's a lot going on. Kids are traveling all across the world now and not just playing like in certain spots. So, and then when they get there, it's like, damn, I recruited this kid to do this, and they don't even do it halfway decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, be good at what you do. And then, it helps a college coach, and it's also going to help you identify, is this school a good school for you? Because at the end of the day, fit matters more than anything else.
Yes.
Fit
Fitment.
matters. If it's a run and gun team and, you showing highlights of you just, I don't know, shooting some threes, I'm going to just say threes. That's what all kids are doing, right? Well, that team may not be for you because a run and gun team, guess what? They are in shape. They play defense. They are going to be grimy. They're going to be gritty. They're going to get to the free throw line a lot more. They're going to foul, right? Like, and that may not be your ball game. Like, then you have another team that's, running some sets and trying to coming off of flare screens and pin down screens, but you are a shooter. That might be the system for you. You know what I'm saying? So understand that and quit trying to lie to put your name out there. We just talked about truth. Do you want harmony or do you want truth? Well, be truthful for who you are. And in that way, it makes college so much more beautiful when you get to a campus because the coach knows who you are and you know who you are. And not a coach like, man, I thought you was this, but now we got to try to transform you into this. Well, now you're struggling. And now you're not liking college because you just lied. Just be truthful, man. Just be real. Just be real. Yeah, that's really just that simple, man. It's a lot of schools out here for you young ladies and young men. Men, I don't know about you guys too much, but young women, it's a lot of schools out here. Find the right fit for you, and you could do that through film.
Yes, you can do that through film. There's a school for everybody. I don't know
Yeah,
how many schools it is, but it's a school for everybody. It's Division 1, Division 2, IIA, Division 3. You got JUCO. There's
yeah.
leagues. You can play somewhere. You can
I
get
didn't.
your you can get your education paid for.
Yeah, man, I didn't know. I didn't know JUCO had a Division 2.
Yes, and there's
I
JUCO
knew they had.
division.
I knew they had D3. I did not
Yeah,
know they had Division 1 and D2 JUCOs.
yes.
That that's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's levels. It's levels, and understanding the level that you are in and that you should be on. Watching film will help you. Watching film will help
Be
you.
true. You gotta be real. You gotta be real with yourself. Be honest. Be
So
honest, man.
since
It's
we talk, sorry, go ahead.
yep.
My bad.
I said this turned in from a film session to a truth session. Be
No,
real.
nah, for real, be real, cause this is the thing. Hype clips hide your weakness, and then when you get to college and your weaknesses are exposed, you don't know what to do with it.
You blaming
And
the
then your
coach.
coach is like, "Wait a minute, like on this tape, you doing this, and that." That's why coaches go back and watch full game films because hype highlights, it hides your weaknesses, and coaches need to know what you're weak at. Because as a coach, my job is also to help you in your weaknesses. You don't have to be good at everything. You can be bad at some things, and that is okay. That is why you always have to have a growth mindset so you can get better. You know, something else that changes at levels is the speed of the game. That changes. So that's something too that you got to think about when you're going back and you watching film. The higher the level you are at, the faster the game is going to be. So watching film helps you understand the speed of the game.
And when coach talks about the speed of the game, I think a lot of parents mistake go, go, go. The speed of the game is how fast you can think. How fast can you make decisions? All right. Like everything's gonna happen a lot faster. And it's speed, yes, with your physically body, but how fast can you process, download, and then send out that information? I think that's really big too. So yeah, film helps you with that because again, all reads are pretty much gonna be the same: heads, ice, blitz. A 1-2-2, a 2-1-2. Everybody got the same scene. Offense may be different, but again, it's gonna be a screen somewhere. It's gonna be a flare. It's all gonna be the same. How fast can you retain that information, process it, and then download it and then put it into the game? And film helps you with that because you see it at a slower speed. Then it's like, oh, okay, I know what's happening. Okay, well, now move up a little bit. Oh, okay, I know what's happening. And then you can continue going. I really think, obviously, body size is one of the biggest things that you can't coach.
Right.
But you can coach this, and this is what's going to help you get to another level. The faster that you can get this under wraps, you're good. All right. So, and film helps with that. Just
Absolutely.
and see it's almost like a teacher giving you the answers to the test.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
they giving you the hey, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is answer A, B, C. Pick the right one, and I'm giving you the answer to it. So the more that you see it on film, the easier the game just becomes. So watch film, man, and watch basketball. Watch March Madness. Well, it's almost over, but if you missed it, find it on YouTube. God damn it.
UCLA is gonna win. But so it's crazy you say the speed of the game you get to watch it slow. Fun fact. I don't even know it's a fun fact. Let me tell you, this is a disclaimer. Disclaimer. I'm really not a LeBron fan, but one of the things that I love about LeBron and every player in the NBA knows this is that he's a film rat. He studies the film. And I just watched the clip that he was saying for the longest, he thought Kobe, this meant something that
I-
was a play that Kobe was doing because he just seen him do it all the time. And then he was like, later on, I realized that just means get Kobe the ball and get the F out
Get
the
out.
way. And so studying film, like if LeBron James, one of the best players in the world, if he has to study film all the time and he chooses to do that so he can be as good as he is, then you should watch film. I mean, because like he's showing you that that is what it takes to be who you need to be. And then to piggyback off what you said a while ago about your IQ, there's levels to this. The higher level you go, the quicker you got to be able to make a decision. Your decisions, your understanding of the game, how you read the game, how you see the game, it has to be quick. You got to be able to do it quick at the different levels. If you at a smaller level like youth basketball, it probably takes them like 7 to 8 to 10 seconds to make a decision. Then when you get to middle school, it probably takes you 5 seconds to make a decision. Then you get to high school, it's maybe 4 seconds, but college and pros is 2 seconds. Like, so it's really important to understand the IQ and how quick you have to be able to make decisions at different levels. That's why fit is important, because understanding the level that you are at goes with your decision making and your IQ.
All right, for sure. No,
So
you
the
nailed it.
last thing we're going to talk about, youth coaches. Youth coaches, 8 to 12-year-olds. I'm talking to the 8 to 12-year-olds, the middle school and the high schools. But you guys should watch film with your players. You should watch film with your players because it's going to help build awareness. It's going to help build understanding. It's going to help show the habits that they already have. You should start watching film at a young age. If you're a youth coach from 8 to 12, record your games. Let's go back and watch it with your players. See what they say. See what they think. Get into their head as a player. You should watch film.
Yeah, watching film at an earlier age, again, it gives you the answers to that test a lot sooner. And youth kids don't understand basic stuff as far as like spacing, footwork, just little things like that. I think that'll just help you and advance you faster than everybody else. Because most kids at a youth level, they're really good because they can get downhill and do little things like that because they're more athletic than kids. But at the end of the day, everybody's going to catch up. Do you understand spacing? Do you understand how to set a screen? And setting a screen, having the right angle to set a screen. How are you running lanes? What does your effort look like? I mean, are you gravitating? I found, because I got young kids, they gravitate to the ball too much on the defense and offensive side. You'll have four people guarding the basketball, right? And obviously at that level, yeah, you get 4 kids guarding the ball. The little kid can't throw it over people's heads, but that just shows, yes, it was successful in a youth game, but that's not going to help you be successful later on. You know what I'm saying? So yes, watch film and look at, will this actually translate to my kid being in middle school, high school, and advancing on to college?
Absolutely. Watching film at a young age is what it's about. So players, hoopers, I hope y'all got some nuggets. All right? Subscribe to our channels. Hoopers. I hope y'all got some information. We gave y'all a lot of nuggets about watching film. Subscribe to the channel. If this is good content, subscribe to our channel. Our YouTube channel is Beyond the Box Score 24. Follow us on IG. It's Beyond the Box Score 1-on-1. Subscribe to our channel. Coach Corey, give us the Players Challenge of the week.
Player challenge of this week. Players, we're going to challenge you guys to watch one full game of yourself. Track defensive mistakes, track body language, fix one habit for 14 days.
One habit for 14 days. Film is feedback. Do not forget that.
Stats can hide, films can't.
And growth starts when honesty starts. Next week, we're talking about skill development versus exposure coaching.
And why chasing attention before improvement backfires.
It's Beyond the Box Score.
And we out.
We are out.